We want to see it too, so we are live in the USA on AWE, a wealth of entertainment. All the officials have been appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control. Steward in charge, John Rees, and our timekeeper is Mr. Peter McCann of Ruislip. 3 scoring judges from All Hallows, Richie Davis, from Wellingborough, John Keane, and from Paisley, Scotland, Victor Lachlan. Where the bell rings and the action begins, the man in the middle, the man in charge, is referee Mr. Ian John Lewis of Gillingham. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, here we go. Introducing to you firstly, fighting out of the red corner wearing the multicoloured trunks, weighing in at 9 stone 11 pounds of 31 fight record. 28 wins, 9 inside the scheduled distance, and just 3 defeats. He comes to the ring as the former British super featherweight champion from Cardiff, the Dynamo, Gary Buckland. And here he is, fighting out of the blue corner, when the dark blue trunks trimmed with white, red and green. Weighing in at 9 stone 11 pounds with a 42 fight record, 37 wins, 18 inside the scheduled distance, just 4 defeats and 1 draw. He's the former British and European lightweight champion and the former WBA light welterweight champion of the world from Newbridge. Ladies and gentlemen, we present one more time, The Rock, Gavin Rees. Waiting's over, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing in the lightweight division.
I'm the referee. Obey my command at all times. You both know the rules. Watch the heads, kick the punches up. And when I shout break, you break clean. And remember, defend yourself at all times. Shake hands.
If it's half as good as the first one, we are in for a real treat tonight. Gavin Rees going to war for the last time against a friend, a sparring partner, and a local rival in Gary Buckland. 12 rounds, it should be thrilling. Buckland looking to make the fast start, missing badly. Talking to Tony Borg, Buckland's trainer, he was saying one of the big mistakes we made last time, we were punching, Gary was punching down too much. They've been working at trying to just punch lower and lift those punches up rather than down, because Rees at 5'4" is so compact, he presents a very small target.
I think Rees will be trying to make this more of a boxing match than a slugfest as it was last time. So he'll be looking to find some space, counter punch, make Buckland miss, but he has to be careful with those tactics that he doesn't give away the initiative, because in this kind of fight, having the initiative is important. Buckland has landed a couple of solid right hands already, and you can see he has brought the same ambition. There's another one.
Good body shot from Rees, but he was digging those in all night last time against Buckland and never slowed his opponent down. There's an uppercut coming in from Buckland.
Yeah, Rees was planting his feet a bit more than I expected him to do. Buckland started very sharply.
Rees looking to establish the jab. He has always been a very good user of the jab.
Yeah, considering how short he is, it's amazing the length he gets into the jab. That was one of his kind of surprise weapons through his career. But it's started the same as the previous, with Buckland matching.
Beautiful right hook in return. They trade off, but it was Rees that got the better of that one. Buckland landed first, but it was a wicked shot from Rees, and then a left hook coming in. And another one, and Rees has really picked up the pace here as we get down to the final minute of this first round.
Well, that's quality work there from Rees. You know, he's just taking his time. That's the experience. Those were terrific punches. Yeah, Buckland was shaking to his heels there.
just set a trap here as well, Rees. I think he's trying to draw Buckland on, and again, really sharp work from Rees. And Buckland swinging wildly and missing, and just look at the confidence from Rees, the hands down.
Well, Buckland walked through the body shots for the complete fight last time. So Rees not troubled too much, but that was terrific work to the head from him. Buckland shaken a few times in the opening round here.
Buckland looking to up the pace now, force Rees on the back foot. We hoped it would be a good one. This first round has certainly lived up to the pre-fight billing.
Shaping up that the last one is at the quality of the quantity. I like the quality of Rees there.
I saved over £1,800 by not pot exchanging.
I saved over £5,000.
And I saved over 500.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think it's a case of Rees not fighting the way Buckland wants him to fight. Buckland got off to a nice start with some right hands, but that was the punch that stopped him in his tracks, and from that point over, the class of Rees took over with some terrific combinations.
Both trainers going to work between rounds there. Two very good trainers who also have a lot of respect for each other. Gary Lockett, who looks after Gavin Rees, and what a job he's done in prolonging Gavin's career as well. And Tony Borg for Gary Buckland. What a stable of talent Tony Borg is churning out, both amongst amateurs and pros.
See, Rees does put more thought into what he's doing than Buckland. Buckland marches forward. Bags of heart, bags of determination, bags of effort. But the cuteness the last time came from Rees, and the opener was the same tonight. Just dealing with the pace that Buckland sets is difficult.
There's evidence of that small target that Rees makes as well. Had some early success with those uppercuts, Buckland. That's definitely part of the game plan, but as you say, once he got dinged by that right hand, the game plan went out the window. I'm sure Tony Borg has just tried to settle him down and get him back on message. It's scrappy so far this second round.
Maybe not quite the intensity from Buckland that we saw last time. Rees has changed tactics. He's finding a little bit of space and a little bit of time. Defence nice and tight there from Rees.
You talked earlier, Jim, about the motivation for Gavin Rees. What is in it for him if it becomes a tough fight. I went down to see him training a couple of weeks ago, and he just said it, I'm not going out on a loss. I've had 3 defeats. I am not going to leave this game on a loss. It's professional pride, simple as that.
Yeah, and fighters never lose their pride. This is a tough round to score. We have a high volume from Buckland. It's not the same composure as Rees has, but what rate.
Buckland's certainly very intense now.
Yep, he's raised the pace, he's picked up the pace. Buckland pouring the punches out.
Getting back to those punches, travelling upwards rather than downwards as well, and that's prompted a response from Rees, who takes a good left to the body, but then delivers a right hand upstairs as well. And here we are, exploding into life again in the last 30-odd seconds of the round.
Buckland trying to have the last word in the exchanges. That's important in this kind of battle.
Well, he's rammed up the tempo here as well, Jim. He really has. He's making Rees just step it up a little bit. Impressive stuff, this, from Buckland.
Yep, I thought Rees would have stuck with the moving, counter-punching tactics, but he's been drawn in as he was the last time. This is terrific stuff again.
Rees doing a nice job of making Buckland miss earlier there. And now the Foster has stopped it. That is going to be controversial.
Huge social media reaction.
He didn't have the water. He needs to get rid of it.
Here we are at the Motorpoint Arena. Nathan Cleverly still to come. Lee Selby still to come. Terrific night of boxing here in South Wales.
Well, this is the kind of fight that Buckland wants. I would have expected Rees to come out with a plan where skill He was brought into things a little bit more, but he stood his ground there, and that suited Buckland. But the action is terrific again. It's a credit to both men that they wanted to put it on again. I mean, sometimes after a fight like that, the last thing you want is a return. But here they go again.
Good work again from Buckland. Decent right hand. Comes the response from Rees, but Buckland did a good job to cover up there, but misses with his right hook.
Yeah, Rees is using the tactics I expected him to use, trying to find some space, some movement. Buckland picking up the tempo.
Nothing like a good rematch. Another one coming up in a couple of weeks at Wembley Stadium, Froch Groves. I've got a feeling we might be in for an early night there, Jim. But we'll see, of course. Not in for an early night here, not with these two.
I think when you're facing a man as fired up as Buckland, you have to find the power to hurt him.
Rees did hurt him, and he hurt him there. I think that little right hand.
Yep, that was a nice little clip. But you have to stop this march forward. And we know from last time he'll do this all night long. You have to set yourself for the counters, get power into them. But Buckland is making it his kind of fight again.
Nice work again, doubled up the left hooks. Rees.
Oh, good shot.
Buckland carrying injuries in the last fight. Gavin Rees always carrying injuries. It's the elbow, it's the thumb, it's the left hand. Held together by bits of string at times, Rees, and that's not getting any better. And that's another one of the contributory factors to him saying it's time to move on.
Well, Rees is kind of missing. He's boxing at long range. This is the range he wants, but he's missing. Stop the march forward of Buckland. Buckland, which is important now, but Buckland's finding accuracy here.
Yeah, the left lead caught Rees. Rees continuing to be forced onto the back foot, but really digging in some body shots there. Then catching Buckland with the right hand. And another one right on the bell.
Another difficult round to score, but when it's as close as this, the sheer effort and the volume, you know, can sway you towards the one who's initiating attacks, and that's Gary Buckland. Some quality countering coming back from Rees. That was a terrific body shot that really should have stopped Buckland in his tracks, but he come through it. So tough, this fellow. Oh, big right hand from Buckland. There it goes again.
Coming out fast here, Buckland. He's very, very durable guy. And remember how red he was around the torso after the first round in their first meeting. Rees just couldn't miss with body shots, but couldn't stop him. And here we go again. Tear up time.
I mean, you would think Buckland's tactics were so wrong, putting so much into every attack this early in the fight, but he did it last time, and he was still doing it right through to the last bell. So he's in great shape, and he's got confidence he can fight at this pace.
And he is a come-forward fighter, of course. He doesn't do reverse gear, Gary Buckland. That led to his downfall, of course, against Stephen Smith when he lost his British title. Walked onto one of the best uppercuts you'll ever see. Keeping this terrific work rate. That is good work from Buckland and forcing a response from Rees. And Rees has just got to match this work rate.
But even this early, you know, Buckland looks as though he's driving himself but using up too much energy. But we said that last time. This is a terrific pace he's setting, but not really putting a dent in Rees.
But against that, Jim, Rees not putting a dent in Buckland either. We thought 2 or 3 times he's been shaken, Buckland, but his powers of recovery are very good.
Yeah, well, I think that this is another round, although we still have a minute to go, with the work rate of Buckland is just can't be denied. Good work coming back from Rees.
Well, Rees has to keep the punches going, otherwise he will get outworked again. Decent quality and volume coming from Buckland here. Rees has to respond. Bit of blood around the nose of the smaller man.
Well, Rees proved that he has the power to hurt Buckland, and I think he has to do that. He has to nail him with bigger punches. He has to knock some of this drive and enthusiasm out of him, but I don't know if he's capable of that. Another terrific effort from Gary Buckland.
Rees just muttered something to Buckland there as the blood around the nose gets worse.
See, Buckland is always the one who steps right back up again.
Buckland digging in again, and he's had nose problems in the past as well, Buckland. I thought they were a thing of the past. But he really is digging in here for a grandstand finish to the round. Pouring everything in. Great, great entertainment here. We are loving it. Everybody's loving it. And also loving it, I'm sure, at ringside, our special guest, Nicky Piper, who's with Ed.
Yeah, what a fight. It's real phone books style, isn't it?
It's an amazing fight. It's a carbon copy of the first so far. You know, Rees doing well the first 3 rounds on my card. He's lost 1 of the first 4. But you know, Buckland's going to come back strongly at the end. He's a really fit, younger man. But Rees is landing some massive punches.
It's a fast pace, lots of body shots going in. It looks very hot in there with the ring lights as well. This can't go the distance like this, can it?
I think it will go the distance. So these two they're not massive punches, they're big hitters, but they both take a punch really well too. And I think Rees has landed actually bigger shots more cleanly in the first 3 or 4 rounds than they did the last fight. They've started at a terrific pace, probably faster than last time. But I just think these two are made for each other for a perfect fight. Will full this distance.
Thank you, Nicky.
Results round 5.
Yeah, thanks, Nicky. Round 5. Keep an eye on that nose because, as I say, earlier in his career he had some real problems with the nose, Gavin Rees. Had an operation about 3 years ago that seemed to have sorted everything out. But is that going to affect his breathing? Neat work there to get out of range, and this time it's Buckland's turn to mutter something under his breath.
See, this is what you'd expect from Gavin Rees, to make Buckland miss. I mean, Buckland's pretty straightforward in what he's doing. He's marching forward, giving it everything. So with his experience, Rees should make him miss and punish him. But obviously easier said than done. But he's trying in this round to find a little bit more space.
Trying to re-establish the jab. Decent left hand getting through from Buckland, and Rees backing up again. Got through there with the left hand, Rees. Eventually the first 2 were blocked, but the third one got through. And once again, just like in the first fight, Buckland just all over his man.
But this is sensible boxing from Rees. He's just picking his moments to get the punches off. Yep. When you're putting as much into the action as Buckland is, obviously you're going to make mistakes. And in this round, Rees is punishing him for those mistakes, not with big punches, but with accurate, clever counters. This is a little switch in tactics from Gavin Rees.
And it's economical as well. He's not taking too much out of himself.
And a little bit of the fire has dimmed in Buckland's work, although that may be because of the movement and the change of tactics. But this is sensible stuff from Gavin Rees, especially at the age of 34.
And we get down to the last minute of the round, and Rees has been pacing himself very well through these rounds, turning it on in the last minute or so. The old pro's trick of letting the judges know as the bell goes who looked on top.
See, it's not difficult to make Gary Buckland miss because he commits himself so much, doesn't put an awful lot of thought into what he's doing. And Gavin Rees is doing that now. He's using his experience and his skill. And he's put on a little boxing exhibition here.
Missed badly there. He hasn't discouraged Buckland, but Buckland missed wildly once again.
Now, this has been a clever round from Gavin Rees. I've favoured Buckland in the previous 2 rounds because of the volume and the work rate. But this really is Rees using his experience and his skill. Oh, this is beautiful stuff.
Oh, he got caught there by a right hand right on the bell from Buckland.
Right? That's why you can't come back with anything. All you can do is bowl forward and put the pressure on you and try and tire you out. That's just the game plan, okay? Yeah. Just keep boxing. Nice.
Well, the nose could be a real big issue here. That was a beautiful round of boxing from Gavin Rees. But he's going to be breathing with his mouth open because of the nose damage. And that's always dangerous to get caught with a big punch with your mouth open.
Round 6. And while we were away, Gavin Rees was cracking jokes in his corner. That's how relaxed he is.
Well, we'll see what Buckland's response is. He's come out using the jab. It's been missing. But you can see a lot of good right hand.
Timed it well there, Buckland. Picked his shot really well. And now looking to get the jab going. Another switch downstairs and nothing coming back from Rees. And finally there is a response. Body shots.
That was better from Buckland, Nick, because he boxed his way up close. He didn't just march forward. He boxed his way using the jab. So both fighters here thinking what they're doing.
Right hand getting through over the top from Rees. And another one of those right hands from Buckland zinging its way in. Ejected. Bit of a lull in the crowd on this one. They're waiting for the tempo to go up again. Both of them are really trying to think their way into this a little bit more.
Yeah, well, Buckland's putting more thought into what he's doing now. You know, he's still trying to march forward, but he's trying to use the jab a little bit more. So that's sensible, but this is more of a pace that Rees enjoys. Good work there from Buckland.
Yeah, Buckland trying to get that work rate up again. Rees continuing to flash out those jabs with mixed results, it has to be said. The hands have dropped quite significantly for Gavin Rees. He does tend to keep his hands low, but they really are down by the hips here.
Yeah, I think Buckland has shown it in this round. There's a little bit more to his game. He's not just trundling forward, forcing the action. He's thinking a bit more, boxing in behind the jab, but still keeping at a respectable work rate. Another close round. I feel Buckland's just put a little bit more work in this round.
It seems inevitable we're going to be hearing from the three scoring judges in this one. Oh, wasted effort there on the bell.
Yeah, well, a different round, but a round you can really appreciate. Two good fighters thinking what they're doing, trying to use a little bit more skill than just sheer heart and endeavour. And another close round.
It's out to round 7.
How many times have we said that? Close round after close round in the first fight. And we're seeing a repeat right here. And that's how you got it, Jim.
Yeah, they've rewarded Buckland just for the sheer effort and the volume of punches. A lot of quality stuff coming back from Rees. But it's another pick what you like.
Both men had some good quality sparring. For Gary Buckland, it was Lee Selby, Frankie Borg, and they brought down the Midlands area super featherweight champion Troy James from Coventry to replicate Rees' style. And Rees had some sparring with the guys in the gym, of course, and they worked with Maxie Hughes, the former area title challenger.
Rees happy to hold up close there, as opposed to letting those wicked body shots go. So, is he feeling the pace? Time will tell.
A real sense that Buckland is just trying to assert himself here and asking more and more questions of Rees.
Yep. Rees has to move it forward with his punches and trying to get some snap into them. The movement a couple of rounds ago was good. It was outsmarting, good body shot there. It was outsmarting Buckland. But he's maybe losing the initiative a little bit. Accurate counters, but we need to see it a little bit more.
Buckland with this terrific engine of his. Rees looking to work the body there. And Buckland happy just to grab a breather. Buckland a little bit fleshy around the midsection. They did both of them agree to just relax the 9 stone 9 weight limit. Rees has sensed that Buckland's a little bit vulnerable in the midsection.
Yeah, I think he's slowed him with a couple of those body shots. This is better work. A little bust there from Rees.
And here he comes again. Buckland looking to try and work his way in. Thinking his way in. Last 30 odd seconds of the round, and too easy for Rees there as Buckland just lunged in. And eating a couple of jabs. This has been a much better round for Gavin Rees.
Yeah, he's pulled himself together. Yeah, that's good stuff. He has to put power into the punches as he did there. The little popping shots are not working. No. He's finished out in the last half of the round. He's boxed well, Gavin Rees.
Yeah, he really has. He steadied the ship there.
Available to rent now in Sky Store.
Detective Loki, I'm going to find.
Well, if you thought that Gary Buckland was starting to feel the pace a little bit, he can't get off his stool quick enough, Jim. Look at that.
Well, for long spells, Buckland has made it his kind of fight. But I thought again, a little bit of class on display from Rees, using the experience and the skill that he has. I think Rees is going to have to move forward a bit more often with the punches. The little popping shots are not keeping Buckland at bay.
Well, let's see if Buckland is able to adjust the game plan here a little bit. The timeout called, and this time some running repairs to the left glove of Gavin Rees. Tape working its way loose.
Yep, this is what Rees wants. He wants a pace a little bit slower, where he has time to move around, get the jab working, get more work done at long range.
Not been too much holding and spoiling in this one. You hardly need a referee for these two. A couple of decent left hands getting through from Buckland there. Strangely hushed crowd, huh? Good use of the left hand there from Gary Buckland. Now some Gary chants emanate from the back of the hall as Buckland looks to go to work with the body shots, then the switch upstairs, and Rees has got to up his work rate here.
I think it's inevitable, Nick, that people are going to be comparing this to the last meeting, and there's a bit more thought going into this one, but it's two real good pros going about their work.
Well, in terms of the excitement level, it's not living up to the first one, but that is setting an exceptionally high benchmark. As you say, Jim, more technical, more tactical, and again, the blood from the nose of Gavin Rees here. And lots of ebbs and flows in this one. I just think one guy is starting to get on top, the other guy adjusts very well. Both of them just open mouth now. Really loaded up with that big right hand. Buckland, Rees saw that coming, and another timeout has been called. There's another gum shield from the mouth of Gary Buckland. Needs a bit of attention. And you can hear what the crowd think of that.
Have to be careful when a gum shield keeps coming loose. You can lose a point, even though it's not intentional. That's a couple of times it's come out.
Well, that's fired them both up. Little break, both landing solid shots, both headhunting here. And Buckland just outworking Rees, whose own gum shield nearly came out there. And the heads dangerously close together as well. But Buckland seems to have found second wind. You look back at those early rounds and how it was Rees that seemed to finish the round stronger. Buckland finishing the stronger here. One of these two fellas going to have a stamina problem in the latter rounds. Well, we thought Rees might have taken the previous one. Buckland seemed to get things back his way. That's how we're reading it. Ed, what's Nicky seeing out there?
Well, Nicky, how are you scoring it?
Well, it's very, very close. Each round is very close. But I've got actually Gavin Rees 5 rounds to 1 up with 1 share at the moment, or 6-1 even that round. It's very subjective, you know. I don't see that Gary Buckland is fighting with quite the same ferocity, and I think that's because Gavin Rees is outboxing him and peppering him with shots, keeping him off balance, not allowing him to work at the same tempo as he did last time.
Are they both boxing a bit more thoughtfully than last time?
Well, I think certainly Gavin Rees is, and I think Buckland, maybe they both are a bit wary of getting involved in such a war as they had last time. It's certainly a brilliant fight, but I just see Rees edging it every round very close. But to me, Rees is just doing it.
Thank you, Nicky.
Yeah, thanks, Nicky. That's going to raise 1 or 2 eyebrows around the place, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's similar to the previous meeting. Rees with the quality, Buckland with the quantity and the sheer drive.
And then, as Nicky said himself, it's what you like. And what Nicky likes is the quality of Gavin Rees's work. I wonder how our 3 scoring judges are seeing it.
Yeah, well, these are the tactics I'm sure that Gavin Rees come in with, find himself some space, you know, draw Buckland onto the punches. But he needs to put, that was good stuff, he needs to put some more snap into the shots. Buckland abandoned the jab again. He was using the jab as he moved forward a couple of rounds ago. There he's just using it there.
Rees just trying to draw him on again. Nice little uppercut from Buckland. That's the thing with these two. They're both so tough they can take each other's best punches and just keep on coming back for more. Oh, lovely right hand from Rees. But again, Buckland just absorbed it. Can't find much by way of a response, though. That was better. That's much better from Buckland. That's a bit more like it.
Yeah, Rees digging in the uppercuts. I mean, that's the perfect punch for a man who marches forward. There he's using it again. This is more like the action we saw in their previous meeting.
It is a grinding war of attrition, a real battle of wills. And Rees looking to try and assert his will right here in round 9. And Buckland saying, not happening, sorry. Nice uppercut, Buckland this time.
Yep, this is the action we expected. Just standing there, trading. Combinations. Rees's defence maybe a little bit tighter than Buckland's.
Getting through with a good straight left there, Rees. And the crowd right into it now. This very pro-Rees crowd. They'd love to see the little fella go out with a victory.
Rees standing his ground more, Nick. Not so much movement, trying to get some leverage, some power into the punches. Yep, this is a replica of the previous fight now.
Decent left to the body from Buckland there, but Rees has really been taking it to him in this round. And Buckland, I think, is feeling this. He looks really tired there.
Yep, looking back to his corner there, I think that last body shot really hurt.
And he's still coming right on the bell. That bell came in the nick of time for Gary Buckland. And Tony Borg has got some work to do here.
I know you want him more than him, don't you? Huh?
Yeah, well, I think Gavin Rees changed tactics again, standing his ground more, trying to get more power into the shots, landing hurtful punches in that round, both to the head and body. Yep, the jab, which we haven't seen an awful lot of. We've seen him throwing fending off jabs at long range, Gavin Rees. We haven't seen him use it as a weapon, but that was a terrific round from Rees.
You look at stats like that, you can see why Nicky Piper came up with the card he did. Rees working so hard, according to those stats. And while you were talking, Jim, I was just looking at Gary Buckland on his stool, and he looked in real distress.
I still have Buckland at 1 point up. I've rewarded him in some of the earlier rounds just for the sheer work rate.
It's going to be another one of those, isn't it? Last time, 2 out of the 3 scoring judges saw it in favour of Buckland, even though most of the journalists present saw it the other way. How are the 3 scoring judges going to see this one? So, you know, if Rees can carry on pouring it on the way he did the last minute of that last round, maybe we won't need the judges.
I'm just wondering, with his experience, Rees, has he used that experience to pace this better than Buckland? Good left hook.
Hurtful left
Perfect shot.
And Buckland felt that one. And he's blowing badly here. Buckland really suffering.
Yeah, Buckland happy to hold. I mean, we never see Gary Buckland holding.
It's not what he does, but he's being worn down here. Remember, many years ago, he was worn down by John Murray. That took 11 rounds, and is Rees going to replicate that here? And Buckland looks to try and find something else. A second win.
Nice upper body movement from Rees there. He's not taking the shots. If he takes them, he's not taking them cleanly. Buckland looking wild and disorganised.
But still not going anywhere.
That's the uppercut that I'm surprised Rees hasn't used more of. Buckland, that march forward, he's open to the uppercut. Not the same intensity now in the march forward. There's a body shots again.
Decent response this from Buckland, just as you thought the wheels were coming off. He's found another level here, Buckland. And now it's Rees's turn to suffer. And he's cut over the left eye as well. Well, that's an explosive 20 seconds from Buckland, just when it looked like things were getting bad for him. Now it's Rees's turn to dig in. What a couple of battlers they are.
Oh, they both exchanged big punches there. Again, the quality coming from Rees. But this is more like the effort we expect from Gary Buckland. Raised the tempo there. Not a lot of method in these attacks, but he certainly raised the tempo, forcing himself forward.
And I'll tell you what, Jim, that last attack, method or no method, it was very effective. I don't know if it was a punch that caused that damage or the heads coming together, but whatever. It was an exclamation mark at the end of a very good assault from Buckland. Was it enough to win that round? Was it enough to turn the fight around? It is gripping stuff.
He looks exhausted, Gary Buckland, and they're breathing with his mouth wide open. Terrific round from Rees, and then just that single burst from Buckland took it away from him again. That was quality work from Rees. He's using his experience. I think maybe he's paced himself slightly better than Buckland. I have it all square with a couple of rounds to go. But the important thing in my card is the fact that Rees has turned things around. That was the burst we saw from Buckland there, just as we thought maybe things were slipping away from him. He comes blazing back, and that's been the story of this fight all the way through.
And that's where the cut came from as well. It's confirmation. They patched it up, doesn't seem to be too bad. Nice fast start with a double jab from Rees. 2 rounds to go, and I'm glad I'm not scoring this one. Just like the last fight, Jim. How do you call either of these fellas a loser? Unbelievable heart and courage and commitment.
Well, Rees sensibly, I think he's trying to just keep out of trouble for the first half of the round. Just a little bit of forearm there. The fight's been hard, but it's never been dirty. Just a little touch of gloves. Couple of terrific sportsmen. Yeah, I think Rees wants to just use his skills the first half of the round, then maybe drive in again in the later stages. That's when experience at this level is so important.
Nice work with the left hand again, Rees. It's incredible. You watch them on the stools and you think that they've got nothing left. Both of them, they just look gassed. And then the bell goes and off they go again. Clever again from Rees. A lot of wasted energy from Buckland, and he hasn't got much left to waste.
No, I think this is clever work again from Rees. Just finding some distance between himself and Buckland, just making Buckland's punches fall short, coming back with counters. Lowering the pace, although at this stage I think Buckland's quite happy to calm things down.
Oh, lovely left hand from Rees. The timing on that as Buckland came in, then a right hand. Buckland, though, just absorbing them. But how many more of those can he take? And Rees just picking him off at will here, but then, just as we saw in the last round, digging so deep. Rees must be thinking, what have I got to do?
But Buckland showing too much target. He's been caught cleanly here. He's not even thinking about his defences, whereas Rees is thinking about movement, defences, upper body, evasive boxing. Buckland is just putting everything into it. What he has left, he's pouring it out, but not a lot of composure in what he's doing.
Again, clever from Rees. Again, looking sharp, but still Buckland won't give him a moment's rest. It'll be another standing ovation when that final bell goes. One more round after this. 2 guys that have done 23 rounds with each other. Just extraordinary commitment and bravery from both of them.
I just don't think Buckland has anything left. Now, he's forcing himself on, but he can't find the energy, to deliver the drive that he could earlier on in the fight. He could get the volume of punches, he could take the play away, take the initiative away from Rees, but I think Rees has paced himself beautifully. He's using his experience, he's using his skill. He's pulled the pace down whenever it suited him. And Buckland's still making a huge effort, but there's not enough method in what he's doing, and he was been outboxed the last 2 rounds.
Now just look at that. The respect between the two fellas. And this, the last round in the remarkable career of Gavin Rees. Is he going to sign off with a victory here? Can Buckland yet take it away from him? Jim, you've got Rees turning this one right around.
Yep, I have him outboxing Buckland the last 3 rounds with equality. Just using the smarts, finding himself some space, making Buckland's punches fall short. But we still have the tremendous effort from Buckland that was rewarded the last time they met.
Great work again from Rees. The spray coming from Buckland's head. And Buckland continuing just to press forward, keep on coming, relentlessly. No wonder Gavin Rees is getting out of the game. It is hard and it's brutal.
Well, we wondered about how much he wanted to win this, Gavin Rees, being that he said this is his retirement night. Well, he's proved that his fighter's pride has shown through. It's been a terrific performance, whichever way this goes.
Absolutely. 15 months ago we saw him with everything against Adrian Broner, outclassed. There last summer, losing a close one to Anthony Crawler. He was bitterly unhappy at the time, has accepted it since. And then that one against Buckland in May, and a stumble from Buckland gets everybody on their feet. Real excitement here as they sense that maybe Rees can finish in style. Then Buckland lands a big right hand.
Well, I have nothing for praise for Gavin Rees throughout his career, but I think this has been a splendid performance. Look at this. This is quality from a former world champion.
Look at that. A big left there. He just lost the gum shield again. How on earth did Buckland stand up? But Rees is continuing to pour it on here. Buckland somehow surviving as Rees got a little bit ragged there. But he's hanging on by his fingernails here, Buckland.
It's amazing that he still has anything like that in the tank. Gavin Rees, he's paced this fight perfectly, set out a terrific plan, stuck with it. And Gary Buckland is just firing on empty.
Why are we not surprised? Gavin Rees is going to leave nothing. He's pouring it all out. The last 30 seconds of his pro career. What a career it's been. And Buckland, once again, just leaning on Rees just to stay upright. 15 seconds left. It's been another wonderful display of guts and commitment and everything that's good about boxing. Two class acts. And that's it. Gavin Rees's career officially comes to an end. We wait for the decision, and there is nobody, not one person, on their seat. A standing ovation.
Now, that was terrific, again, from start to finish. Not quite the intensity, maybe, in some of the rounds that we saw in the previous meeting, but who can complain? That was fantastic action from two quality performers, and the way Gavin Rees turned things around. My card was a wonderful performance at the age of 34, knowing it was his swan song. Terrific performance, terrific. The accuracy, the class and the quality points up, as I had him last time. But the judges saw it differently, so we would expect Gavin maybe to get the benefit of the doubt tonight. A lot of close rounds, but I think this man's quality shone through.
Well, that's how you saw it, Jim. Of course, this is a what-you-like business, and when we last spoke to Nicky, he had it pretty much as a landslide. I wonder if he still concludes that Gavin Rees has won it very widely. Ed?
Another great fight, so much pride at stake from both men. Nicky, how do you score it in the end?
117, 112 for Gavin Rees, but very close. You know, each round was very close, and brilliant fight again. Both men, they're made for each other, aren't they? But I think Gavin Rees, his boxing ability, especially in the last couple of rounds, really made the difference tonight. He's boxed beautifully.
Do you think that really is the last time we'll see him in a ring?
Who knows? You know, he may look at that and think, should he get the verdict tonight, and think I boxed really well, I've got something else left, and he may have enjoyed that. He looked to be enjoying himself, so You know, some of us will say, let's see him again. We love watching Gavin Rees. He's always exciting. But if that is the last time we've seen him, what a great career he's had.
If he does win and does retire, he goes out on his own terms.
Yeah, exactly. In front of a big crowd in Wales. Great atmosphere here. And he can be very proud of what he's done.
Thanks. Let's find out the decision now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree and like to join the referee in congratulating two boxers. We thought it was impossible to perform better than they did for the very first time. This rematch has been absolutely amazing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges' scorecards, we have a split decision.
There you go. There you go, and listen to that
Judge
crowd.
Mr. Buckland scores the contest 117-113 in favour of Rees. Judge Richie Davis has the scores 116-113 in favour of Buckland. And finally, John Keane scores this contest 117-112 in favour of the winner. It's The Rock!
It's Gavin Rees! John Keane's scorecard exactly the same as Nicky Piper, and that means Gavin Rees leaves professional boxing a winner. Tears all round. No complaints from Tony Borg or his team. It's how he wanted to go. He leaves on his own terms. He leaves a winner.
And it's no great surprise, Nick, that it was a majority decision, because, I mean, at times you felt you had to reward, you know, the sheer effort, work rate and volume of punches from Gary Buckland in some of the other rounds. I certainly did. But when we came into the championship rounds, you know, Gavin Rees, he paced it perfectly. He used his skill, he used his experience, he used everything that he has, everything he's learned in his long career to run away with things late on. So thankfully he got it. I had him winning the previous match. Thankfully he got the benefit of the doubt tonight. And if he does retire, what a way to go out.
And Jim, I get the sense that there's